So what I really want to know is, why are so many people threatened by New Agers? I see this all the time. I see this online especially. People will make comments about people who own crystals, have essential oils, are into spirituality and finding their purpose and expanding their consciousness, on all those kinds of things, which to me seem like positive things. But to other people, they feel threatened for some reason. They feel threatened, so they feel the need to hash on other people. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why some people are secretly scared of New Agers. And even though they may say they're not, on a subconscious level, there's something about it that people fear or that intimidates them. So I'm going to explain why. So sit tight. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Jen. All right, we're going to talk about something juicy today, which is this prejudice against people who are into spirituality, New Age, people who, collect crystals, use essential oils. First of all, let me say that I do all of the above. I honestly, to be honest, I really do not consider myself like uber spiritual New Age. I've never been. I consider myself, I'm just like an average person. But I got into essential oils when I studied acupuncture, and I started getting into crystals for meditation for myself. I started using both with patients, and I found them to be helpful. So why is it that so many people, or maybe it's not so many people, maybe it's just my interpretation or what I have been seeing, over the years, some people are really intimidated by people trying to push their spirituality on other people or push their crystals. You have the essential oil distributors who are trying to sell their oil. So I think deep down people feel intimidated because they feel like they're going to be attacked by like somebody trying to sell them something that they don't want or something that they don't consider useful for themselves. And that is totally legit. It's very legitimate. And, it's one of the reasons why I was a distributor with essential oils, but I'm really not anymore, because I'm not a salesy type of person. I don't want to push anything on other people. I'll recommend something, or I'll show what I use for myself or in patients. But I'm never going to try and like force people to believe anything, or force people, force feed anything down their throat. But I think some people do, and that's where people get turned off. And, when they witness one person doing it, then suddenly it applies to them and their brain. It applies to everything spiritual, everything New Age, everything on that scale. The other reason why I believe people are a little intimidated by it is they think it's stupid. They think it's not scientifically backed. They think it's just this woo-woo medicine that people use, and there's really no scientific evidence to it. Well, what I want to say to that is, do you honestly know how the universe works? Do you know how the universe works? Have you read every single study there is? Do you know how much we actually know about this universe? Or about this world, actually? We know very little, actually, about the universe on a grand scheme of things. Very, very little. And, the study of energy and energy medicine and things like that, I would just say look more into it. Become more informed, without judging somebody else. The thing that, when it comes down to it, if I had to, so you are a reflection of who you spend your time with the most, right? You're the summary of what they say, the 5 most people you spend your time with. Who you surround yourself with makes a huge difference in life. So I think I would rather surround myself with people who are into crystals and essential oils and into meditation and things to better themselves and finding purpose in this lifetime than somebody who is always judging other people or putting them down or in this negative mind frame. I would much rather be over there than over here. So, the thought of the unknown, people fear the unknown. So that could be a subconscious reason as well for fearing things like medicine that, is not Western medicine. We're so used to conventional Western medicine in this country, in this world, and whatnot. And anything outside of that, the unknown, we have this fear about it, or we have this, if it's not in the mainstream, then it must not work, or it must not be right, or it must not, it just must not be. It can't be, because it's not conventional medicine. It took a long time for something like acupuncture to get into the mainstream in the United States. I mean, in China, they've used it for thousands of years, right? And it's one of their main medicines that they use along with Western medicine. But in this country, people didn't really start to recognize it until Western medicine started to recognize it, until insurance started paying for sessions for people. And, studies would come out, clinical trials, and people said, okay, this must be legit because, the doctor said to try it out, or this MD is performing acupuncture, so it must be kind of legit, right? Whereas before they thought it was like voodoo, right? You're sticking pins in people. So what changed? What changed was, society sees something that's backed by science, or they see something that comes out from, a Western standpoint that fits into the mold of the Western world, and suddenly everybody wants to do it. Or they see a celebrity doing it on TV and they're like, oh, I want to do cupping. I want to do cupping. I want to do gua sha. I want to do, all these things. Even sometimes Reiki, I'm going to do Reiki because they use it in the hospital to treat cancer patients, or not treat cancer patients, to help cancer patients get through, the emotional toll of chemotherapy and things like that. So it's interesting when you think about it. So if you are one of those people who, and maybe you're not, and if you're watching this video, maybe you are, I'm not sure, I don't know if you would do a search for it, but for New Age, I mean, if you are one of those people who is like hates the New Age community, you're very anti. My brother's like this. My brother is like this. Anything I send him, or if I post something online that's kind of like more spiritual in nature or something, he's like, what is that bullshit? Like, but in a way, he's closed-minded to it. So, and no judgment on him. I mean, that's okay. Everybody's in their own stage. But you hear about people who are very closed off from the world, and they have some sort of like awakening in their life, and they try something like energy medicine or Reiki, and their whole world kind of shifts. Their whole thinking pattern shifts, and they start to realize that there's more out there than we really know, or what we just see all the time. It's like we have these horse blinders things on. So I think that's part of why this stuff scares people. Not only because they don't want to be somebody push something on them. It's like pushing religion on somebody. Nobody wants to be pushed. I went to Catholic school for most of my life up until college, and I was force-fed, stuff, and I just went with it, and I was just blind to thinking for myself in a way. So, the fact that when people feel, it's how somebody is relaying the information. So if somebody is spewing something out, you need to do this, then that is not the way to go. That is not the way to go. But do not judge, do not base one instance, one person, and do not base it off of on everything. We have, right now with like COVID-19, it's very apparent that a lot of people who are a little more, who think a little differently, they're more open to alternative medicine. Some people come up with like these conspiracy theories, as they call them, or I'm not going to really get into them because I'm really remain neutral on them. I have no say, or I'm not going to have a say, because I don't think I should try to push or harp anything, because I don't know enough. I don't have enough information for me to say this is truth. Because what is truth? We don't really know. We could look at these studies, but you have a lot of people right now who are coming out with conspiracy theories, and they're saying, government is trying to control us and stuff like that. So the people who are on board with following the rules, wearing masks, I'm all about wearing the masks. I am, and people who are very anti, the ones who follow the rules are anti against the antis. You know what I mean? Like they're very angry at these people for being so dumb to not follow the rules and to risk, the lives of other people. So there are a lot of underlying reasons why things intimidate people. And I just thought it was interesting. But essentially, it's the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of something that's not scientifically backed. It's the fear of being pushed on, being forced to do something you don't want to do. And, on a deeper level, it could be subconsciously, like there's something within you, like some sort of resistance within you, and you can't quite pinpoint what it is. It's almost like you want to know the information, but you're so resistant to it. You're so resistant to it because this is all you know over here, and this is just like, it's too out there. It's too wild. I could never understand it. So I'm just going to push it away from me. But yeah, don't harp on people if they're into this kind of stuff. If you're going to harp on me because I collect crystals for myself, then you could do that. I mean, that's cool, but I'm still going to use them. I'm still going to wear my crystals. I like them. They help me. But anyway, yeah, so that's all I got to say today. A little venting session. And yeah, let me know what you think. If you have witnessed this, I'm sure you have, what your thoughts are about the New Age community, whether you have a prejudice against the New Age community, whether you embrace them, or whatnot. So let me know in the comments, guys. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for watching until the end, and I will see you on tomorrow's video. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Peace.